Ruben Amorim, what did you make of what he had to say?
Well, he's just basically saying that Bruno Fernandes is staying at Manchester United. I think he gave quite a lot away in some of his answers. He made it obviously clear that he knows that Al Hilal are making this big push to sign Bruno Fernandes. We know they're willing to pay up to £100 million for him and treble his wages, pay him up to £700,000 a week. And Ruben Amorim made it clear that Bruno Fernandes has considered that offer, but has decided to stay at Manchester United because he's the United captain and he loves the club. And Ruben Amorim also let us in on the fact that he's obviously spoken to Bruno Fernandes about this potential move to Saudi Arabia, and Bruno Fernandes believes in what is happening at Manchester United. He knows that next season is not going to be like last season. The people running the club have obviously told him about their plans, and he is happy to stay and be part of those plans and part of the process of transforming Manchester United. I mean, it's a big call for Bruno Fernandes because the money on offer is incredible. We've said all along, though, that Bruno Fernandes is not somebody who is motivated by money. And Ruben Amorim himself said it there, that he feels Bruno Fernandes is still a world-class elite player, and it is too soon for him to be moving, with all due respect, to the Saudi Pro League.
Therefore, do you think that if a club, one of Europe's elite, were to show a strong hand to want to bring Bruno Fernandes, that he might be a little bit more easily convinced than he is than going to Al Hilal?
I think United are pretty insistent on the fact that they want Bruno Fernandes to stay. I think you could look at this and say United have got financial problems. He's 30, he's going to be 31. Why not cash in on him? They've missed out on the Champions League. But I think Bruno Fernandes is integral to Manchester United now. When they go on tour to Hong Kong and Malaysia, the fans want to see Bruno Fernandes. He's the star attraction. He's their best player at the moment. And I know Matheus Cunha is coming in as well, but it would be a massive blow if he was to leave. Now, he's got 2 years left on his contract. He signed a contract extension last summer. 2 years left on it to 2027, plus the option of another 12 months. So if Ruben Amorim is to be believed, and why would we not believe the Manchester United head coach, Bruno Fernandes is not going anywhere. He's going to turn down this approach from Al Hilal, which would lead to the question perhaps of what is his agent doing in Riyadh? Why was he in Riyadh yesterday being photographed going into the Four Seasons Hotel to have a meeting with senior Al Hilal executives?
But we do start with Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has issued a pretty emphatic hands-off warning to Al Hilal over captain Bruno Fernandes. Al Hilal are willing to make Fernandes one of the best paid players in the world and pay United £100 million to sign him. Around half an hour ago, Amorim held a news conference in the aftermath of their post-season friendly in Hong Kong. This is what he said when asked whether Fernandes had just played his final game for the club.
I don't think so. I don't know for sure. Nobody knows, but I don't think so. I think he's seeing us taking some actions to change all the things, and I think that is all that he asks. I think he wants to stay. He's saying no to a lot of things, but it shows that he wants to win, and I think he's really young, he's really good. He needs to be on the best league in the world.
And do you think, so just to follow up, in terms of the money potentially being available from Al Hilal to the club can turn that down, though?
Sorry?
Do you think that the amount of money that Al Hilal are offering, supposedly, the club can turn that down, given the financial picture?
Yes, we can find another way to win money.
Ruben, have you spoken to Bruno? I don't know how it works. Do you have to have a conversation with him to clarify the situation, or?
No, of course I'm the manager, I'm the coach, but sometimes it's a decision of the player. But of course I talk with him, I explain things, and I just have that feeling when I talk to someone. You have the feeling if he wants to stay. Of course, sometimes in a lot of games this season he was so frustrated, but he knows what we are doing. So the feeling that I have every time I speak with him is that he wants to continue for sure in Manchester United, but you never know.
Ruben, finally, has this trip been useful? And also, when you look at the players that you've got, the lessons that you've learned over the last 6-7 months, do you know what you think the makeup of your squad should be when you start training again in July, games again in
Yes,
August?
I have a clear idea. We have a clear idea what we want. Of course, like you know, we are a little bit limited. We cannot do everything in one summer, but we have a clear picture of what we want. We are working on that for a while. Let's wait and see. But of course, we have a clear picture of what we want for the next season.
You've been looking forward to the end of the season. So, what for you now? Are you going off on holiday and switching off your phone, or is it to Carrington to do more work and start planning for next season?
No, I can do the work without being at Carrington. I will stay in Manchester for a while, even for the kids to be there in the school. For they don't forget English, but I will be near in this moment because I cannot disconnect now. I will have to deal with some things and then I will go rest a little bit. But it's hard to disconnect. But I will stay in England for a while.
It's been a very quick trip to Hong Kong, but how do you reflect on the 48 hours, and would you like to come back for longer next time?
Yes, with better results. I think it would be so much fun if you have good results, if you win titles, to come here. We really enjoy the people are really lovely and really respectful. So we are really grateful for everybody. We want to return with more time, but with titles, with better results, with more people watching the game. So of course we want to return.
So you're heading into holidays now, or maybe not so much a holiday for you, holiday for the players. I just wonder, what's the sort of the main message you want to give to the players as they head off onto their break or wherever they're going? What's the sort of the main message you want them to understand, to take into the summer and then have for the next season? And is it something you want them to kind of think about that over the summer, or you prefer them just to forget about all this and then come back fresh? Thank you.
They will. I was a football player, and when you are a football player, you can disconnect. They know that we underperformed badly this season. Important thing for me is that the body composition, the weight, the training, they need to be ready. We have to use every minute in every week of the preseason, so we need to arrive in shape. These small things, they have all the measures. We had a briefing about that. That is the only way to take action to be better next season. And they know, everybody knows that the next year is going to be massive for everybody. So they don't need to. I have been sending message every week, and they know that next year, I think that is clear, we need to be so much better.
This man here, Bruno Fernandes, what's the latest?
And to Al Hilal. Al Hilal, again, they're going to be flying.